Friday morning. I'm Storm Track 12 meteorologist Lestel, heading into a fairly nice stretch of weather once we get past today, as we're going to be looking at a dry, cool Canadian air mass coming down. But until then, as I say, you get the steam, you're going to get the storms, and we're going to be tracking those storms as we head on through this afternoon. Developing from north to south, the heavy downpours, damaging wind gusts potentially there with these storms as they track on through the area. But that is showing us a pattern change. Say goodbye, heat and humidity, and hello to the sunshine. Finally, we're going to get out of this pattern where we've been seeing much of August with below normal temperatures. Yeah, it'll still be chilly this weekend, but we'll warm things back up as we head on into next week. And then with the positive side is the tropics dead of any kind of activity in the Atlantic. Now, the Pacific, that's a little different story. It could be one or two systems affecting Baja California, which may actually bring some relief to the wildfires there on the west coast. Rainfall, we saw about 1/4 of an inch, heavy downpour in about a 20-minute period in New Bern, same thing in Goldsboro. Notice, though, the storms kind of missed around Kenansville. They developed to the north and also to the south of it. And as it kind of pulsed north and south of it, that's where we did have some minor hail that was reported yesterday afternoon in and around Faison, in greater than an inch hail. And then also some reports of hail as well as some wind damage to power lines as it got down near the the Pender and Duplin County line and around Wallace yesterday afternoon and evening. So it was two distinct cells that pulsed up, but we're going to see more widespread storms as we go on through the day today. So again, the threat tracker remains in medium category, with the main threat from these storms being heavy downpours, damaging wind gusts, maybe some hail larger than an inch in diameter. Also, the potential is there for the heavy downpours to cause some minor flooding issues. Not seeing the ingredients, though, in the atmosphere for any tornadoes, but again, something we'll continue to track for you. Looking at the threat track in the low category for the next couple days once we get by today. Unfortunately, though, it looks like the storminess is going to be arriving not only for the Watermelon Festival this evening in Winterville, but also for high school football games. Good night to take along your smartphone and check out our website, WCTI-12.com. Also our Storm Track 12 Facebook and YouTube channels, as we are going to post the radar images on there as we go on through the afternoon hours and to the evening as we head out to the football games. Now, forecast does show temperatures with the sunshine, though, before all this action starts. Upper 80s to near 90 degrees, maybe even low 90s for some of the deeper inland spots thanks to the southwesterly winds today. Storms taper off, I think, by midnight or shortly thereafter. Variably cloudy skies around. Still, though, I think a good deal of cloud cover. Temperatures similar to this morning, upper 60s and low 70s. But tomorrow, we start off with clouds around and maybe even a shower south of the Kenansville, New Bern, Oriental line. Then we bring that drier air in from north to south as we go on through the afternoon. Outer Banks, beaches, probably only into the upper 70s for highs tomorrow with those northeasterly winds. Maybe into the low to mid-70s for inland spots tomorrow afternoon, just depending on how soon we can get the clearing in here. High pressure sliding down over the Canadian-U.S. border right now. That is what's going to be the main driver of our weather, not only just this weekend, but even going into the middle of next week. But it's that cold front that we're dealing with that's going to be pushed its way in here as we head on in through the day today, being driven by this trough that's digging across the northern plains. Finally, though, we're actually getting a chance to get this front off the coast here, as we do have kind of a secondary shortwave digging in, and as a result, that's going to allow us to see that front getting off the coast. Watch what happens, though. Once that front gets out of here, we will watch for the ridges to hook yet again, and it's going to be this Central Plains Ridge, which starts out across Nebraska and Oklahoma, that eventually presses eastbound here. Now, one thing, though, you'll notice the center of it kind of stays out across the mid-Mississippi Valley. That's going to mean vortexes, or spin in the atmosphere, is going to be able to ride up and through the Rockies, across the northern plains, and come down into our neighborhood as we go into the middle of next week, as that upper level ridge kind of stays centered out there, not directly over us. So we are going to get some heat and humidity back into the weather pattern here. And again, as we track these disturbances, these ridge runners, if you will, coming along here, that's why I think Wednesday and Thursday we have the storms return to the neighborhood here as these pockets of cold air kind of rotate over us here in eastern Carolina. Now, out ahead of it, we're into the upper 80s, even low 90s for the day today with those southwesterly winds. Watch as that front clears the area. Winds go more northeasterly, and that's going to bring that drier and slightly cooler air in with it. Still, though, tomorrow we're back up into the mid-80s, and we'll stay there for the next several days. But look at that high pressure right across the Mason-Dixon line, pumping that dry, cool Canadian air in here, and that's going to give us the refreshing air mass that we're going to be enjoying as we head on through this weekend and going into the first part of next week. Future track does show by 5, 6, 7 o'clock, showers and storms do start to develop. Winds are back towards Rocky Mount, and then eventually make their way towards the coast as we go on through the evening hours here. Again, we're going to see them scattered about. Not everybody's going to see them, but they are going to be out there for football Friday tonight. Then we do watch for maybe a spotty shower still left along the coastal sections for early tomorrow morning. Notice the winds have already switched northerly, and eventually will veck that dry, cool air in from north to south. I think still maybe up until noontime, spotty shower possible from Kenansville, New Bern to Oriental, and then after that, that drier, cooler air wins out. We'll get the cloud cover out of here. The winds go more northeasterly, and that allows us to see that cool weather in here as we progress on into the first part of next weekend, even sunshine lasting probably until Wednesday before one of those vortexes come on through. Plenty forecast shows up near 90 today and then below normal temperature-wise for the weekend. Again, tomorrow's going to be a slow clearing process from north to south, and still a chance of a spotty shower early in the morning along the Crystal Coast. Then we do get the heat and humidity coming back into the forecast pattern here with scattered storms in here for Wednesday and Thursday as those ridge runners, the upper level disturbances come on through. Have yourself a good Friday. I'll catch you on Monday. I'm Storm Track 12 meteorologist Les Still.